वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां भिषजे भवरोगिणीं निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यम् श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यम् तं तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Repeat. तदेतत् सत्यम् मन्त्रेषु कर्माणि कवयो यान्यपश्यन्
मन्त्रेषु कर्माणि कवयो यान्यपश्यन्
तानि त्रेतायां बहुधा सन्ततानि
सन्ततानि
तान्याचरत नियतं सत्यकामाः
सत्यकामाः
येषवः पन्थाः सुकृतस्य लोके
येषवः पन्थाः सुकृतस्य लोके
यदा लेल्यते ह्यर्चिः
यदा लीलायते
समिद्धे हव्यवाहने
हव्यवाहने
तदाज्यभागावन्तरेण आहुतिः प्रतिपादयेत्
आहुति प्रतिपादयेत्
प्रतिपादयेत्
यस्याग्निहोत्रमदर्शमपूर्णमासम्
यस्याग्निहोत्रमदर्शम्
यस्याग्निहोत्रमदर्शमपौर्णमासम्
अपौर्णमासम्
चातुर्मास्यमनाग्रयणं तिथिवर्जितं च
अचातुर्मास्यम्
चातुर्मास्यम्
अग्रयणं
अग्रयणं
तद्वर्जितं च
तिथिर्वर्जितं च
वर्जितं च
अहुतमवैश्वदेवं विधिनाहुतम्
अहुतमवैश्वमेवमभिधिनाहुतम्
हुतम्
आसप्तमांस्तस्य लोकान् हिनस्ति
आसप्तमांस्तस्य
लोकान्
लोकान्
हिनस्ति
काली च मनोजा च
कालीकराली च मनोजवा च
सुलोहिताया च सुधूम्रवर्णा
सुलोहिताया च सुधूम्रवर्णा
स्फुलिङ्गिनी विश्वरुचि च देवी
स्फुलिङ्गिनी विश्वरुचि च देवी
येतायमाना इति सप्तजिह्वाः
लीलायमाना इति सप्तजिह्वाः
एतेषु चरते भ्राजमानेषु
एतेषु यश्चरते भ्राजमानेषु
यथा कालं चाहुतयो ह्याददायन्
यथा
कालं
चाहुतयो ह्याददायन्
नयन्त्यथा सूर्यस्य रश्मयः
तं नयन्त्यथा सूर्यस्य रश्मयः
यत्र देवानां पतिरेकोऽधिवासः
यत्र देवानां पतिरेकोऽधिवासः
ये हि इति तमाहुतयः स्ववर्चसः
एहि आहुतयः सुवर्चसः
सूर्यस्य रश्मिभिर्यजमानं वहन्ति
सूर्यस्य रश्मिभिर्यजमानं वहन्ति
यां वाचम् अभिवदन्त्योर्चयन्त्यः
प्रियां वाचम् अभिवदन्त्योर्चयन्त्यः
केशवः पुण्यः सुकृतो ब्रह्मलोकः
येषवः पुण्यः सुकृतो ब्रह्मलोकः
Bhashyam, we have seen Brahmalokaha, Brahmaloka Prapti. Brahmalokaha means here in this context it is Svargalokaha, Vashikara says Brahmalokaha, Svargaha, Prakarana. That is, the result of karma is Svargalokaha. Entering the Svargaloka, the Devas, Yehi iti, they welcome you. The Agutis, Yehi iti, takes you to Svargaloka. And in Svargaloka, you are welcomed. That is the meaning. Devas also welcome. The doors are open. The door to Svargaloka is kept open for you because you have done the karma, and the result of karma is Brahmaloka Prapti, that is Svargaloka Prapti. The Ahuti, which are Deeptimatyaha, Svarchasaha, take you to Svargalokaha. This is your Eshaha, Vaha, Ishmakam, Pantaha, your path to Brahmaloka, which is in the form of the result of the karma. Iti, this mantra says. So gaining Svargaloka is a good thing. That is how generally anybody studying the Upanishad will think. Svargaloka, going there, you are going to enjoy. You will have the pleasure of the sense objects continuously, not like the Bhuloka, where the pleasure is not continuous. In Svargaloka, it is going to be continuous. And it is going to be Anandakara always. It will never bring Dukkham. So it is a good thing. No, that is not what the Upanishad says. These statements of the Upanishad seems to be highly contradictory. Upanishad pricing, Upanishad it seems as though praises the karma by which you gain the Svargaloka, but it is not really praising. What the Upanishad does here is it shows the limitation. It shows the limitations of this karma, aparavidya. Aparavidya is parichinna vidya. It has limitation. Limitation in the sense of this phalam is not going to be continuous. It will be lasting as long as this the result of this karma, Agnihotra, the karma, is available, so long you will be enjoying in their respective lokas. Then when punya is exhausted, kshine punye bhakti lokam vishanti. When all the punyams are exhausted, again you come back to Bhuloka. Water may be the janma. You may not take the Manushya janma again. It could be any other janma. Again you have to start from the zero. You have to earn. So therefore, this Sargaloka Prapti through karma, is it a gain? Is it what the Upanishad recommends? No. The Upanishad shows the result of karma versus the result of paravidya. Aparavidya and aparavidya. The two things, the menu is there. In the menu, the two things are there. The two things are distinctly shown by the Upanishad. Which one you will select? That which gives you permanent freedom or that which gives you temporary pleasure? Shreyas and Prayas. That is what the Upanishad does here. So, Upanishad wants to praise aparavidya, therefore it shows the limitations of karma. Whatever may be the karma, whether it is Vaidika karma or it is Laukika karma, any type of karma. Any type of karma, the karma means karma pala. Any type of karma which gives you the limited karma palam. Dharmartha, kama, rupa, karma, palam. Iti. And this mantra is going to talk about the karma which involves karakas. Which involves karaka. For any karma, karakas are required. Karakani shatu. What is karaka? Kriya nirvartayati iti karakam. Kriyam karoti iti karakam. So the factors of action involved in accomplishing an action is called karakam. Kru dhatu. Dhatu is kru. The kring, that kru dhatu is there. Kru means to do. So karaka means karma. The action. The action for which certain factors are required, accessories are required, components are required. That is karakam. Kru dhatu with nul pratyaya. It gives the word karakam. The derivation is kru plus nul, karaka. So kru means karma. Kru is the dhatu that denotes the karma, the karma kanda of the Veda. Nahi nahi rakshati dukring karane. Pashakara. Shankar Bhagavad Pada says in Bhajagovindam. Nahi nahi rakshati dukring karane. This is wrongly interpreted by many people as there is that study of grammar will not help. Because dukring karane is that the dhatu is kru dhatu. With the anubandha it is dukring. And the meaning given by Panini Maharishi in Dhatu Pata is karane. So dukring karane, the same, the dhatu with anubandha and the meaning is there in that Vajagovindam. Nahi nahi rakshati dukring karane. Therefore, people interpret that study of grammar will not help. That is not the meaning. Dukring karane, that karane means doing, referring to karma kanda. That karma kanda is referred to by the Bhashyakara, by the kriya, by the dhatu kru. Kru stands for doing. That karma kanda, the karma will not protect. Karma will not give you ultimate protection. That is what the meaning is. What protects you? What gives the real security is Jnana dhatu. Jnana, that stands for Jnana Kanda of the Veda. Kru is Karma Kanda, Jnana is Jnana Kanda. Because Jnanam is required, Jnanam only gives you the ultimate protection. And that protection is forever. The security is forever. It is not going to be a temporary security. It is not going to give you the temporary. It is the freedom forever. The freedom gaining which you can never lose it. That is why it is ultimate. Therefore, the karakam, a kriya requires karakam. So karakams are required by which you do or accomplish an action, a kriya, and the kriya will give you, the action will give you the palam. So karaka, by karaka you do a karma, and the karma will give you the palam, karma palam. So karaka, karma palam. Three things are there. Karaka, kriya palam, or karaka, karma palam. Anyway you can say. Karakas are required to accomplish or to do a kriya. The performance of the kriya will give you the palam. Palam means the result. Kriya, the action for which the karakams are required. This is for both the Vaidika and Laukika karma. For Vaidika as well as Laukika karma, karaka is required to perform action, and the action will invariably produce the palam. Palam in the form of drishtapalam or adrishtapalam, and adrishtapalam in the form of papam and punyam. If it is Vaidika karma, papa punyam, adrishtapalam. So, in Vaidika karma, the karakas are required. In Vaidika karma, the karta is the important, the karaka. Karta, the yajamana, is the important, the karaka. In the Vaidika karma, when we say karta, the karta appoints priest. And the priest, on behalf of the karta, they perform the karma. When they do the karma, they do the sankalpa taking the name of the Yajamana. On behalf of the Yajamana, the priest perform the karma. And in the Agnihotra, the karma, generally, the priest representing the four Vedas will be present, plus the Yajamana and his Patni. And the priest also, four priests will be present, representing each Veda. Four Vedas are there: Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, Atharva Veda. So therefore, four priests representing Veda will be present. So 4 Vaidika, 4 into 4 Vaidika, that is for 16 Vaidikas representing all the Vedas, 4 Vaidikas representing each Veda, and 4 Vedas are there, therefore 16 Vaidikas plus Yajamana and his wife. Therefore 18 people will be there. These are important. They are the important Karaka. And the karma is the object. Objects are required, the objects of oblation, and the karanam by which the oblations are offered, and to whom it is offered, which devata it is offered. So sampradana also is involved, and adhikaranam also is involved. Adhikaranam could be in terms of place or in terms of time. Time is also important. That is why Jyotisha is important. What time the karma should be performed, before what time it should be completed. So all the karakas are involved. This karakas, out of this karakas, the Agnihotra karma is accomplished. The karakas are visible, the karma is visible, and the resultant of this karma is Swargaloka Prapti. That is not immediately visible. Swargaloka Prapti is after Maranam. But that is assured. There is no doubt about gaining the Swargaloka. Shastra, being the Pramanam, it gives assurance of gaining Swargaloka. Shastra, when the karma is performed, as stipulated by the Karma Kanda of the Veda will definitely give the karma phalam. That is why Tadetat Satyam. Veda itself says Satyam. This is the niyati. This is the order. It can never be violated. The karma phalam will definitely come to you. And this karma phalam, which is in the form of gaining Swargaloka, Shastram says it is limited. It is finite. Why it is finite? Why karma phalam? That is the Swargaloka Prapti, the Brahmaloka Prapti, as Pashakara, as the mantra says, Yeshaha Vaha Punyaha Skruto Brahmalokaha. Why it is limited? Because the Swargaloka Prapti, it is gained through the karma, and the karma is limited. Why karma is limited? Because karma is accomplished through karakas, and the karakas are limited. Karakas are limited. The cause is limited. Therefore, the karyam also will be limited. When the cause is limited, how can the karyam be unlimited? The limited cause being the limited, the karanam being limited, the karyam also will be bound to be limited only. Therefore, karakani parichinnani parichinnatvat karma phalam api parichinnam eva. Therefore, Swargalokam also will be parichinnam, limited in terms of time. Mainly in terms of time. Therefore it is limited. Swargaloka Prapti is limited. It is anityam. anityam, not nityam. It cannot give you complete freedom. Gaining Swargaloka is therefore it's not moksha. And this Swargaloka, Kevala Swargaloka Prapti. Karmana Kevala Swargaloka Prapti. By karma, only the Swargaloka is gained. But the same karma, when it is done with upasana, the same karma, when it is done with upasana, upasana is Saguna Brahma Upasana. Nirguna Brahma Upasana is moksha. In fact, when you say Nirguna Brahma, then Jnanam walks in. You have shifted from Karma Kanda to Jnana Kanda if it is Nirguna Brahma. But here, in the context of Karma Kanda, when we say Upasana, it is Saguna Brahma Upasana. So, Upasana Sagita Karma. Upasana Sagita Karma will take the person to a higher loka, that is Brahma Loka. Brahma Loka is considered to be superior than Swarga Loka. There also, only if you are interested, then only you will ask for moksha. Moksha from Brahmaji. And Brahmaji will give you jnanam, by which you gain moksha. That is called Krama Mukti. Having gone to Brahmaloka, if you don't ask jnanam, as for jnanam, then Brahmaloka also going to be limited only. So, here, in this context, the person is not interested even in upasana. He is interested only in karma. So here the Upanishad shows only the limitation of the karma without upasana. Kevala karma, the resultant of Kevala karma and its anitya phalam is highlighted by the Upanishad in these mantras. The next mantra also is going to present the limitation of the Kevala karma. Kevala karma means only karma. Karma devoid of upasana. Kevala karma. Upasana rahita karma phalam. That is being shown and criticized by the Upanishad in this mantra. Starting from the first mantra onwards, the Upanishad shows, and in the next mantra it is going to present, and for which the Bhashyakara gives this Sangati. We will read that. Etacha Jnanarahitam karma
Jnanarahitam karma
etavat phalam
etavat
phalam
avidya kama karma karyam
avidya kama karma karyam
karyam
etacha etat this action, this karma, etat karma jnanarahitam karma etat jnanarahitam karma. Jnanarahitam karma is there. What is this jnanam? Jnana rahitam. Rahitam is free from, bereft of, devoid of, rahitam, devoid of jnanam. Devoid of jnanam. What is this jnanam? Jnanam is not knowledge here. Jnana is upasana. In many places in the Upanishad, the word vidya means upasana. Vidya not only vidya. The word vidya depends on the context. We have to take the meaning. Vidya, the word vidya need not always be jnana. Vidya means upasana. Avidya means karma. depending on the context, we have to take the meaning of the word vidya to be jnanam or vidya to be upasana. Avidya is karma. So here, similarly here, the word jnanam means it is upasana. So jnana ragitam is upasana ragitam. Upasana ragitam etat karma cha, karma which is upasana ragitam, that is kevala karma. Upasana ragitam kevala karma, etat referring to the karma, and this karma which is devoid of upasana, avidya kama karma karyam. Avidya kama karma karyam. It is, this karma is avidya kama karma karyam. Bhashyakara says this is avidya kama karma karyam. Etat jnanaragitam karma avidya kama karma karyam. Subjective complement. Sentence is, to analyze the sentence, see that it has subjective complement. This karma, this kevala karma is avidya kama karma karyam. It is like this sentence, Ramaha Veeraha Asti. Similarly, cut this with Jnanaragitam karma, avidya kama karyam, kama karma karyam. So karma is described. Karma is described as what karma? Jnanaragitam. Avidya kama karma karyam iti. Karyam means the product, the result. Karyam is the product or the result. Avidya means you can take, avidya means ajnanam. Avidya is ajnanam. Because of avidya, the resultant of avidya is kama, the desire. So, the resultant of avidya is kama, the desire. Out of desire, the resultant of desire is karma. Desire is there, therefore it will propel the person to do the karma. So, avidya, kama, karma. So, karyam is the product. What is the product of the karma? Punya papam. So, avidya, kama, karma, karyam is the product of karma, which is punya papam, is a resultant of karma. Karma is because of kama, and kama is because of avidya. So, punya papam are gained because of karma, resultant of karma. The karma is the resultant, is the result of kama, the desire, and kama, the desire, is the result of avidya. So, avidya, kama, karma, karyam. It is an expression. It is an expression to show the limit, to show the, it describes the karma. Karma generally presented as avidya, kama, karma, karyam iti. Karyam is the result of karma, which is papa punya. So, avidya, kama, karyam. And it is, this karma is etavat palam. It has only this much result. It has got only this much result. That is the karma which is upasana ragita karma. Upasana ragita karma, etavat palam. It has got only this much result. Etavat parichinna palam. Yasya karmanaha saha etavat palam. The result of this karma, which is Swargaloka Prapti, where you enjoy for a limited period of time, because it is anitya. So, etavat palam eva. And this karma is avidya, kama, karma, karyam. It is the product of avidya. The product of avidya. Avidya is ajnanam. Ajnanam and the ajnana born conclusion. What is the conclusion? Aham karta. Aham karta. That is aham karta. That kartritvam is there. Kartritvam is there. And bhoktrutvam is there. Want to enjoy. Therefore, kama is there. Therefore, karma is there. And the result of karma is in the form of papa punyam is there. The papa punyam will go to karta. If it is papam, if it is punyam, whatever it may be, the result that the doer of that karma will be claiming this papa punyam. So kartrutvam, bhoktrutvam, that is avidya. So doing karma implies the person has got kartrutvam, therefore bhoktrutvam. So kartrutvam, bhoktrutvam is therefore it is samsara only. And samsara, the samsara palam is not, it is not nitya palam. It is, as it is here, parichinna, anitya. So the Surgaloka Prapti is also like that. Therefore, etavat palam. It has got only this much result. Don't expect the result to be very higher. It is higher in terms of the quality of pleasure, but it is anitya only. Therefore, etavat palam eva. Therefore, ataha asaram
asaram
Asaram.
dukkha moolam iti nindyate.
dukkhamulam iti
Dukkhamulam
nindyate.
Nindyate.
Therefore, it is asaram. Avidyamanam saram yasmin karmani. Avidyamanam saram. Therefore, it is asaram. It doesn't have substantial thing. It is finite, asaram. And it is dukkha moolam, cause of dukkha. It is because of dukkha. The accomplishment of the loka, Surgaloka involves dukkha. Why? Because effort is required. Prayatna is there. You have to have all the karakas in place to do the kriya. Kriya involves effort. So prayatnam is there. Prayatnam, yatna is there. Yatna is dukkham. And the result of that karma, that is also dukkham only. That is also dukkham only. Because it is anityam. Therefore, nindyate. Therefore, it is being criticized. So, that being criticized by the Upanishad. This avidya kama karma karyam, this papa punya which is gained through karma because of avidya, which is the main cause, and the resultant of that will be dukkha, and it is asaram, without substance, and that being criticized by the mantra. The next mantra will be Lahete adhridha yajnarupa
Lavahyete adrudha
Adrida
nirupa
Narupa
ashtadashoktapadam yeshu karma
Ashtadashoktam avaram yeshu
Ashtadashoktam
karma.
yeshu karma
etachreyo yebhinandanti mooಢāः
etachreyo yebhinandanti mooಢāः
jara mrityunte punarevapi yanti.
jaramrite
Jara
punarevapi yanti.
punarevapi yanti.
So, jnana ragita karma, that is upasana ragita karma, is being criticized here to show the limitation of karma. Criticism means that it keeps a person in samsara. Therefore, it is shown. So, therefore, here the mantra says lavaha yete adridaha yajna rupaha. All are in pratama vibhakti. Plavaha ete. Ete, this karma, this karma which involves the karakas. This karma involves karakas. And the karakas are shown. Yajna rupaha. The yajna rupaha means the constituents of the yajna. That is the karakas of yajna. The factors involved in the accomplishing the yajna, the karma. So the factors on which the yajna is dependent, factors by which the yajna is completed. Like we need the the karaka, the karta, and the karma, like the oblations, the materials required for oblations, yajna kunda, and the karanam. All the other factors are required. Sampradana, the devatas are required. Devatas means the mantras. The mantras required, mantras by which you offered the ahutis to the particular devatas, the adhikaranam, all the other karakas are required. Therefore, yajna rupaha, all the karakas, all the karakas are in the form of yajna rupaha, in the form of this yajna. They form the ingredients, the constituents of this yajna rupaha. Yajna rupaha, ete yajna rupaha, adrdaha. Drida means firm. Drida means firm, stable. Na dridaha, adridaha. So adridaha means not firm, it is fragile. And plavaha. The word plava literally means raft. It literally means a float. Not a boat. It is a float. It is a simple float. And plava also has got the meaning that which is perishable. So therefore, yete yajna rupaha adrdaha plavaha. So these karakas, these accessories, these are the plavaha. These are like the plavaha. These are like the plavaha which are perishable. By the plava, you cannot cross the ocean. It is just a raft. By the raft, you cannot cross the ocean. You need a ship. You need a ship to cross the ocean. Similarly, these karakas, all these are perishable. They are finite. They are limited. So therefore they are plavaha. Therefore they are plavaha adridaha. And the next line, mantra says ashtadashoktamavaram. Ashtadasha is 18, referring to the priest and the yajamana. The priests are 16 in number, 4 priests representing each Veda, therefore 16 priests. Then Yajamana and his wife. So they are the karta. They also form the part of the yajna rupa because they are the karta. So yajna rupaha ashtadashokta, this 18 people, 16 priests and Yajamana and his wife, they are also yajna rupaha only, and they are required. Yeshu uktam avaram karma. Yeshu uktam avaram karma. Yeshu avaram karma uktam. Yeshu upon which this avaram karma, this karma, the karma which is avaram. Avaram means inferior. Avaram means limited. This karma is ashritam. This karma is ashritam on these factors. This karma is dependent on this yajna rupaha, adridaha, plavaha. This karma, which is avaram, avaram means inferior. Inferior means this is because it is only karma, and the result of karma is limited. Therefore, the word avaram is there. Inferior means it is not the lowly karma. Avaram, because the karma palam is limited, it is highly limited, parichinnam. Therefore, avaram. It means kevala karma. Avaram karma is upasana ragita karma, jnana ragita karma. That is avaram karma. For which all these factors are required. So, avaram karma, yeshu avaram karma, this avaram karma, that is kevalam karma, that is the karma which is done without the meditation, upasana ragita karma. It means there is no samuchaya between karma and upasana. There is no samuchaya. Karma upasana samuchaya nasti. So upon these factors, this kevala karma, this avaram karma is dependent. And these factors are fragile. They are adridaha, not stable, not firm. On that, this karma is dependent. Therefore, karma also will be adridaha. Karma also will be adridaha. Adridaha means anityaha iti. Karma also will be anitya. Anitya palatvat adridam iti. Karma palam api adridam eva. Therefore, etat shreyaha ye abhinandanti moodaha. Ye moodaha, that is those people who are moodaha. Moodaha means deluded, not murkaha. Moodaha means they are deluded. They are carried over by this palam, Swargaloka palam, this gaining of Swargaloka palam. They are carried over by the glamour of the Swargaloka prapti, Swargaloka palam. Therefore, they are not vivekis, aviveki ityartaha. Moodaha means aviveki. Moodaha means aviveki only. They don't have the capability to distinguish the Nitya Vastu, Brahma, and Anitya Vastu, anything other than Brahma. Whether it is this loka or Swargaloka or whatever may be the loka. So, aviveki. So, moodaha, abhinandanti. They are happy, they rejoice. What? Etat shreyaha iti. This is the best. This is etat shreyaha. This is the best. This is the highest. The word shreyaha means moksha. So for them, this is moksha. Gaining Swargaloka is a moksha. Because they cannot think of anything other than Swargaloka. So Swargaloka is highest for them. Shreyaha. Therefore, abhinandanti. Etat shreyaha. Abhinandanti. Ye moodaha abhinandanti. Etat shreyaha iti ye abhinandanti. Moodaha. Therefore, only moodaha. And what happens to them? Jara mrityum te punarevapi yanti. Te, referring to moodaha. Ye moodaha etat shreyaha iti abhinandanti te jara mrityum yanti. Jara mrityum te apiyanti. They enter jara and mrityu. Jara mrityu te apiyanti. They enter jara and mrityu. Jara is old age. Mrityu is death. Punaha, again. Punaha eva api. Punaha is again. Again and again they enter old age and death. Old age and death, it is painful. Therefore, it is presented. The youth and the adult, it's not that much painful. But Jara and Mrityu, it is painful. So you cannot avoid Jara and Mrityu. And it is since it is painful, therefore they experience pain again and again. They experience samsara, they continue to be samsara. That is the meaning. They continue to be in samsara. In samsara, dukkham only are like just like tiny drops. Whereas most of the time it's only dukkha. Sukham is only like tiny drops. Sukham comes occasionally. Dukkam comes all the time. After after continuous dukkam, a little sukham, and again followed by continuous dukkam. That is the nature of the samsara. So, jara mrityum, it is going to be continuous dukkam only, continuous pain. Therefore, punaha punaha apiyanti, they enter. They continue to be in samsara. Ityartaha. That is the meaning. So, therefore, here the karma, the kevala karma is criticized. In the previous mantra, yegi yegi iti, all those are very pleasing words. Priyam vacham, abhivadanti, all those things were mentioned. But in this mantra, it is contrasted. It shows the limitation. Jara mrityum te. And the Upanishad criticizes by saying they are mudaha, they are not intelligent people. They are avivekis. The followers, the doers of karma are mudaha. Because jara mrityum apiyanti. Therefore, they are mudaha only. So, it seems to be contradictory. You have to wait for the next mantra to come. Then only it is complete. If you stop with the previous mantra, then you will think Upanishad recommends karma. You have to come to the next mantra to say what the Upanishad concludes. The conclusion comes only, you will understand only when you read the following mantras. So this mantra clearly contrasting shows the limitation of the karma. Jara mrityu iti samsara is shown. Karma is samsara only. Where karma is, it is going to be samsara. Karma involves kartrutvam. That kartrutvam is where the person is ajnani. Ajnanam is where the ajnanat kamaha, kamat karma, karmanaha papa punyam. That is samsara. Samsaram apiyanti te mulaha iti. Then the Bhashyam. You can read the Bhashyam. Plavaha vinashinaha ityartaha.
प्लवाः विनाशिनः
Bhashyakara gives the meaning of the word plavaha. Plavaha literally means raft. Raft also is vinashinaha. The raft, you cannot cross the ocean. Therefore, it is very small, fragile. Compared to the waves of the ocean, the raft is nothing. It can easily topple the raft, whereas the waves cannot topple the ship. Therefore, plavaha is vinashinaha. Vinashana shilaha. It is subject to nasha, destruction. It is fragile, it is perishable. Vinashinaha is, it has got the tendency to become perishable. Plavaha vinashinaha. Fragile. So it is not going to be really the very good tool by which you can cross this samsara. So this karma is plavaha. So you cannot hold on to karma to cross. It is fragile. Plavante iti plavaha. Dhatu is plu dhatu. Plu means gatau. Gatyartaka dhatu. From that only you get the word plavaha. That which goes is called plava. That which goes or that which goes away. That is perishable, which goes away. It is perishable. It's called plavaha. Literally, it can mean raft. Raft is also fragile. Therefore, plavaha. That is the meaning of the word plavaha. Therefore, vinashinaha iti. Hi yasmat
हि यस्मात्
हि यस्मात्
ete adrudaha astiraha
एते
एते
अदृढाः
अदृढाः
अस्थिराः
अस्थिराः
yajnarupaha
यज्ञरूपाः
यज्ञरूपाः
यज्ञस्य रूपाणि यज्ञरूपाः
यज्ञस्य रूपाणि
रूपाणि
यज्ञरूपाः
यज्ञरूपाः
यज्ञनिर्वर्तकाः
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 अष्टादश
अष्टादश
अष्टादश संख्याकाः
अष्टादश सङ्ख्याकाः
संख्याकाः
षोडश ऋत्विजः
षोडश
षोडश
ऋत्विजः
ऋत्विजः
पत्नी यजमानश्च इति अष्टादश
पत्नी
पत्नी
यजमानश्च
यजमानश्च
इति
इति
अष्टादश
अष्टादश
So yajnarupaha plavaha adrudaha, the mantra said. So that are presented by Bhashyakara here. The karaka, that is yajnarupaha, yajnarupani karakani adrudani. These karakas are fragile, they are perishable. He yasmat, because what? Because these ete referring to these the karakas. Ete adrdaha is equal to astiraha. Nastiraha astiraha. Not firm, not stable. It is fragile. So since it is fragile, therefore tasmat. Yasmat adrdaha tasmat. Tasmat plavaha te. Therefore they are plavaha. Therefore plavaha, what? Yajna rupaha. Rupyate yehi tani rupani. Yajna rupaha. Yajna se rupani. That is the factors of the yajna. Rupyate nirupyate yajnaha yebihi te yajna rupaha. That is the factors by which the yajna is done. Yajna is nirvartayati, accomplished. That is called yajna rupaha. Yebihi nirupyate. Rupyate. Te yajna rupaha. Yajna rupaha, Bhashyakara says, yajna nirvartakaha. Referring to the karaka. Karaka definition is what? Kriyam nirvartayati iti karakani. Bhashyakara uses yajna nirvartakaha, accomplishers of the yajna. The karakas by which the yajna is accomplished. Therefore, yajna nirvartakaha. Yajna rupaha pullinga, therefore yajna nirvartakaha. Everything is pullinga, therefore adrdaha astiraha. And they are ashtadasha. In the mantra, the word ashtadasha is ashta meaning 8, dasha meaning 10. Ashtadasha means 18. What are those 18? Ashtadasha sankhyaakaha. Ashtadasha esham te. The 18. What are those 18? Shodasha ritvijaha. Shodasha ritvijaha. Shodasha 16. Ritvijaha. Ritvijaha is Ritviks, the priest. Ritvij Shabda. Ritvij. The twin pratyaya is added to this Shabda. Ritvik, Ritvijau, Ritvijaha, Pratama Vibhakti, Bhagavachana. Ritvijaha, Bhagavachana. There is 16 priests. 16 is 4 priests representing each Veda. Therefore, 4 Vedas, Shodasha, 16. Ritvijaha, Patni. Patni, the Yajamanasya Patni. So, Patni, first Yajamanaha cha iti. Patni is also involved. Without Patni, no yajna is possible. Yajna means patni. Without patni, there is no yajna. Patirno yajna sanyoge. Panini Sutra itself is there. It gives the sutra of the word patni. Patirno yajna sanyoge. Yajna sanyoge, in doing the yajna, you need the important person, patni. Patni, without patni, the person is no pati. The pati is complete only when patni is there. Pati is the husband, since he is a grihastha, as it is dharma to do the yajna. And the yajna is possible only when patni is there. Even if it is grihastha and patni is not there, he doesn't have privilege of doing karma. This Agni karma he cannot do. So Patni must be there. Patni has to be alive. Not that you just be married. Patni has to be alive, but the Patni has to be there as part of the yajna. That is important. From the word Pati only, the word Patni is derived. So it is part of the yajna, invariable part of the yajna, Patni. So these are the 16. 16 plus 2, 18. These are the 18. And we have already given the meaning, given the names of the priest. The priest representing the Rig Veda is Hotru. There are 4 people. Hotru Gana, that is 4 people representing the Rig Veda. And Advaryu Gana, the Tadvaryu, that is Yajurveda. Udgatra, Samaveda. And the names are also there. The names of the priest. Udgatra Gana, Udgata, Stauta, Pratihata, Subramanya, iti. The names are there even for the individual priest. And Samaveda, the priest representing the Samaveda, the 4 priests, they are called Brahmagana, Brahma, Shamsi, iti. The names are there for the priest also. So 16 priests plus Patni plus wife, iti Ashtadasha, they are 18. One more point. This Patirno Yajna Sanyoge, the Panini Sutra is there. That she is Patni who supports the Pati in the performance of the Yajna. The Yajna is complete only when Patni is there. That is the woman who has joined the man through Vivaha for the purpose of accomplishing doing the Yajna. She is called Patni. That is the meaning of the word Patni. It is beautiful. Pati, the word Pati is there, and Nakara you add to the word Pati, Patni is added. Nakara, to the word Pati, that the word Nakara is added, so you get Patni. So Patni has joined the Pati for what purpose? For the purpose of doing Yajna. That's why it's called Patni. Therefore, important constituent of this the Yajna, Yajamana. Even though Pati will be offering Aguti, 50% of the Palam will go to Patni only. Even though she doesn't participate in the Yajna directly, if she is not there, the Yajna Kunda will not have the Agni. Therefore, it is important. That's why Bhashyakara also mentions Patni. The next line. Etat ashrayam karma.
एतत् आश्रयं कर्म
Uktam katitam shastrena.
उक्तं कथितम् शास्त्रेण
Yeshu ashtadashasu.
येषु अष्टादशसु
Avaram kevala jnanavarjitam karma.
अवरं केवलं ज्ञानवर्जितं कर्म
Etat ashrayam karma uktam katitam shastrena. Shastrena uktam. By the Shastra it is told. The Shastra, it is told. What told? Etat ashrayam. Etat, that is the etat referring to the karma referring depending on these factors. This Yajna Rupaha, the 18, Ashtadasha Uttama Yeshu karma, that Ashtadasha, all these factors are there on which the karma is dependent. So, etat ashrayam, ete yajna rupaha ashrayaha, yasya karmanaha, tat karma, referring to that karma. So, the etat referring to karma, etad ashrayam karma. Etad ashrayam is samasa. Etad ashrayam samasa qualifying the karma. So, yajna rupaha, ete yajna rupaha ashrayaha, yasya karmanaha, tat karma. Therefore, etadashrayam karma. Etadashrayam karma, that is karma which is dependent on these factors, the 18 factors, etc. It mainly depends on 18 factors. The karta is required. Therefore, 18 factors. Ashta dashasu. Etat ashrayam karma, the karma which is uktam katitam shastrena. Yeshu ashtadashasu, on which the karma on which the ashtadashasu, what karma? Avaram, kevalam. Avaram is equal to kevalam. Avaram is only. It is kevalam jnana varjitam karma. Jnana varjitam. Varjitam is devoid of. So kevalam jnana varjitam karma means kevala karma. This kevala karma yeshu ashtadashasu depends on this 18 factors. The 18 factors are presented because they are the important karaka. Karta is important. Karta is swatantraha. He has got the free will. So he has chosen to do the karma. If he has not chosen to do the karma, then other karakas will not be there. So karta is important because the karta has got the free will. Kartum shakyam, akartum shakyam, anyata va kartum shakyam. He can choose to do the karma. He need not choose to do the karma, or he can choose to do the karma in other way. The vikalpas are there, that also he can do. So since karta has got the freedom, the free will, and therefore he is important. Only when karta is there, other karakas will come. There are no other karakas without karta. When karta is not there, how yajna can be performed? Who will do the yajna? Who will collect the ingredients for the yajna? So who will offer the oblations in the yajna kunda? Will not be there. Therefore, karta is mainly highlighted here. So the karma is mainly dependent on these 18 factors, which is uttam by the shastrena iti. And the karma is kevalam karma, jnana varjitam karma iti. Next time we will see. We will see the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
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 ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.